This set, I have multiple sets of wrenches on the truck, but these wrenches that I got here, these are for this bag to kind of supplement and replace some of my adjustable wrenches. Not all of them. I have different styles, so maybe so let's take a look at these, right? I'm gonna pull out. So I have, like, here's a small pair of the Nipex pliers wrenches. You know, that's it could come in handy, but these are small enough to where the handles fit together, you know, and the width of them is not much bigger than a good size wrench, so I could deal with them. Obviously the sizes are limited, but you know, it's a micro pair of wrenches, but it's good quality and everything. But when it goes time to I'll just leave them out, to going up to like the bigger pairs, I don't like that. The handle is just so much bigger than that of the profile of a normal wrench. And this is a Husky 12-inch wrench that I have here. And you see I have this set for a size that I was using. And to have to grab this much handle, the bulk of that, versus just the wrench handle that I'm used to, I don't really like that. Now this is the Icon version, and I buy all different brands, and I specifically bought these Icon knockoffs of the Nipex plier wrenches to see if I like them, because these are expensive from Nipex, and I didn't want to spend $90 on a set of these and find out that I don't like them, and I don't like them because of this. So the little button, and you know, getting them set, and then, you know, they clamp down, so the size that you set it to may not be the size that you really need. And after a while you get used to it. They do have markings on here, so if you know you need a 22 millimeter, you can kind of go there, and you know that that's going to be that. And at the smaller settings, the handles are a lot easier to deal with, but it's just too much more bulkier in the handle than I like. So every once in a while I'll pull these out, especially if I'm trying to use this I'm always only using this as a backup wrench. These plier wrenches, I'm not using them to actually break anything loose. I'm using this if I might be fooling around with a regulator or propane or something, and what I'm using these for, something that's kind of hanging loose and I need to get the fastener off. So I will take these and set them to a size, and then I would kind of just use them as a pair of smooth jaw pliers, basically. And maybe the Nipex ones are a little smoother on the operation, but I don't really like it. So I would just be it's just too much sliding that button, whereas I could take a pair of normal adjustable wrench, I can just put it on there, get it the size. It's just so much quicker, and bam, it's holding it, versus fooling around. And these are the flank drive, so it has a teeth in it. Instead of fooling around with this and like, oh, I think I got it, oh well, the handle's too big, I gotta adjust it, get it just right. So I'm only using these as a plier so that I can get on this with a wrench to work with it. So when I use these, I'm just using them as a backup wrench, and for that they work good because of the plier type feature. Like I said, It can, even if it's not quite the right size, it bites on and it's kind of like a plier, but that span, I don't like that when I can use this quickly and easily, adjust that to size, and I'm holding that, and now I can go in with a wrench and start working with my fastener, okay, with a more traditional adjustable wrench. So normally I'm using adjustable wrenches when I'm fooling with the gas stuff, so I don't have to fool with a whole set of wrenches. So alright, so that's the Icons / Knipex pliers wrench style joints, you know. So I would never buy this in Knipex because I have found that I don't like this style of a tool, which is why it's so good, in my opinion, when Harbor Freight knocks off some of these really expensive tool makers, because people get to try them, and if you hate them, well, it was only like maybe $20 or $40 instead of $100, so it's not that bad. Since I pulled this one out to show you that demonstration, this is the snap-on. There's a part number Foxtrot Alpha Delta Hotel 8 Bravo, and you know, made in Spain. These are Baco wrenches, snap-on bottom out. They put the flank drive in here, and snap-on put the nickel chrome plating on them, so they improve the finish. And then they put the like a flank drive type feature into the jaws on some of them. Some of them are smooth jaws. Baco already had a rubber handle and everything, so these are really good. I really like them. This one goes all the way up to 1 inch to be such a small plier. I believe these are at the 8 inch. Thus the part number, yep, 8 inch or 200 millimeter. And these work great. Like I said, it's easy to get the adjustment in here. We got F-16s flying overhead, so I can't do anything about that. But it's easy to go onto something and quickly and easy to get it to size to where you can start working on it. These, in my opinion, are much faster to adjust than these. Even with this button, if I want to get these, you know, see, I go bigger. If I can, well, I guess I could do the same way. I could just hold it until I get it to the right size, but that's really too big. Look how wide the handles are. So then I kind of got to play with it, and I got to adjust them before I pull the handles out. And it's just so much harder to get it to the right size. Now in this case, I believe this should be like a 19, so it'll be in between 17 and the 20 something, but that's still it just takes forever to get the adjustment right, which is why I hate these things. I don't have time to fool around with that. These things are, in my opinion, are awful. I don't like them. But these, much quicker, you know, whether they're two, I can easily open them wide, get that adjustment, and that's the case of any opening wrench, any adjustable wrench. You know, get it to size, man, you're ready to go. And it's gonna hold it. It's gonna hold it there. So, cat's fighting. So that's why I prefer, like, if I know the size, like some of these, I know what the sizes are, you know, but instead of pulling out the whole wrench roll, this is a very small, compact bag, and that's how I need it. This is the bag that I pull out when I do gas. I don't need the whole wrench roll. I'm not going to pull out the wrench roll. I'm going to have adjustable wrenches. So that's the snap-on. We already talked a little bit about the Husky. This is one of the bigger ones. So like this guy is going to be going to kind of take the place of this one. Like I'm going to take the Husky out and I'm going to put the Wera in its place. All right, so let's see what else I have. The Snap-on PWZs, these are awesome. I like using these, especially on some of the smaller fasteners that you're going to find on the gas side like this. Now, you kind of get that bite down with the plier type deal you do with this style of a pliers wrench, but it's just a little more intuitive. Has a speed adjust, makes it's a lot easier to get it to size again. So I can just spin this down, have it way too big, then I can, you know, push it up, spin that up, and I'm there. You know, I'm ready to rock and roll, and that's what I like. Quick, boom, ready to go. And I get that feature that I use these for sometimes, as far as grabbing loose stuff and using this as a backup as I take another wrench. And I also get the advantage of these having the teeth in there for extreme grip. So these have been pretty awesome. And this is the like a Harbor Freight knockoff. Both of these are versions of Swedish pipe wrench, and this is the same same as that, but a bit bigger version. Easy adjustment. I can get on there with a quick, easy adjustment, and just run it down too big, size up what I'm working on, run it up, and then spin the nut, and I'm there. You know, it's faster. So that's my big pair. So far we got a pair of the plier wrench styles that everybody loves. Well, not everybody, but a lot of people love these. I don't. We got our standard wrenches, then we got like higher end model, you know, Snap-on, and now we're looking at the Swedish pipe wrenches, and I do have the little Nipex ones, you know. So when I gotta get something really small, and I could fit these in my pocket, but I don't use them a lot. But if I had to, you know, I can get on there. This is on there tight, so it'd be rough to work with these little guys for that. I bought these for doing battery cables. I got these specifically for loosening up the nuts on RV battery terminals. That's what these are, and I like these better than the push button, because it makes it faster because I don't have to do the push button. On these, I can adjust it very quickly. Man, I'm there. If I want to go to the smaller one, you know, I just go there, boom, I'm there. So without the button, I think these plier wrenches work better for me. I don't like that button. I'm used to it on the Nipex pliers, but I don't like it on the adjustable wrenches. All right, so yeah, the Swedish pipe wrenches, these are good. I've ran into some stuff that this is the only thing that could get it off because it's so rounded and things like that, but I was able to put this on there and get it off. So we got that, and then I have a larger pair of Snap-on, made in Spain. These are the wide jaws, so these go over 1.5 inches, you know. So these are really kind of taking the place of these. I just hadn't taken these out yet. Most of my work I can do with these two as far as sizes, because this goes down to nothing. They both go down to nothing, but this is like for tighter access. This one goes, you know, over 1.5 inches. I'm not working with any pipe fittings bigger than that. So these two I'm normally able to get it with, but some of these are faster, like these are faster and work better with rounded stuff. I have better luck with the Swedish pipe wrench style. Okay, and then I have just some smaller versions. So I got these little even tighter access when I need adjustable wrench. These are Pittsburgh. You know, I've had this wrench for a long time. You know, the bad thing about the cheap adjustable wrenches, so why not just use them? Well, the cheaper adjustable wrenches, when you're using this to back up an impact, it loses the adjustment. The impacting from the impact gun will move the jaws out, and that's no good. And that's the problem. That's my main problem across the board with using cheap adjustable wrenches, is that when you're using them to back up an impact, like you're working on a hitch or something, it backs the wheel off and it loses the adjustment, which when I had to do a lot of hitch work, that was just a pain. And yeah, so really bad. All right, so that brings us to the Wera. So like I said, I'm gonna lighten. I don't want to make the bag heavier, so I'll get rid of the Husky and my little Pittsburgh, and I'm gonna add in, you know, a couple of these, because this, I'm getting the best out of both worlds. I mean, I can easy adjust, put that on here, and although this size is too big for this, I can easily get that on, and it's ready to rock and roll. Easy. And then it gives me that ratcheting feature where it can just keep slipping around. You know, I can twist and then slip, and then if I need the small swing arc, I go on the corners until I can get to the flats, and boom, and I just do that all the way around. That's pretty awesome. That's really good. So got some fittings in here. I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so yeah. So like, if I'm using this as a backup wrench, on these, I have to have one. One of them has to go the wrong way. I got. Oh yeah, yeah, that's nice. Sizes. This should, yeah, it's gonna be a common size. So the 24 millimeter is gonna work really good on this, and that's a better example of how these work. Slip, it just kind of slips, and then if you can't make it to the next flat, you can come out if you're in a tight spot, and ooh, I don't like that. Okay, yeah. But that's what we got. That's what we got, guys. Yeah, I'll have to work with these. I'll have to work with these some, because I'll tighten this one here. I'm gonna see what's up with that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. This is my test tool for gas. I have so many different fittings for it, for different configurations that I may need, and sometimes the plug off the line. So that's kind of what we have. Yeah, this is the lineup, right? That's what I'm using. That's what I'm using while I'm working on gas. I'm just taking these two out. I'm putting two in, taking two out. If I had to take a third one out, I'll tell you right now, it'll be these. I don't like, as a matter of fact, I am taking those out because I don't use them, and when I need to grab something, these work awesome. So this is what I'm gonna stick with. That's what I'm taking out over there, and we'll roll with that. All right, that's what I got, guys. I'll load the bag back up and get out of here. RV Tech Pro out.